Some intros don't really segue well into the show, right? They just trail off. I maybe should have ended it earlier. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Myles Dyer Live. I am Myles Dyer, your host for this week and every week, where we talk about all sorts, from the fun to the serious. Sometimes we take it serious with talk about world events, mental health and well-being, life hacks, and other times we're a bit more upbeat, talk about computer games or pop culture, or in the case of today, talking about movies. But to kick things off, I just want to give a bit of a check because Mason is Messy is asking a question that I have been tagged a lot this past week because, as many of you know, I am getting back into covering PSVR 2. I started doing all the thumbnails and that at the weekend, and I've just been so inundated with work that I have either been working or sleeping. So the question is, when am I going to be doing PSVR 2? I have currently got something scheduled in the diary for tomorrow evening, which is a game that I believe has come out now. It's Windlands 2, and so I'm going to be covering it tomorrow on my channel, which I'm really, really looking forward to do. And then that will probably be it for this week. Slow beginnings, but then at the weekend, I'm going to be doing a special live stream with an awesome bit of hardware I've got that takes a bit more time and space to do. I've been having to do a lot of test runs and that. But the reality is life has just been so hectic. I hate to always postpone stuff. But the reality is it has just been very, very full on. I am just working and barely eating. And I actually can't wait to have dinner. I shouldn't be drinking alcohol. I was just like, what do I need to do? I stepped away from my desk, this desk that I was working at, to get ready from this show, and I was still having to get stuff sorted with 10 minutes to go. And you shouldn't be drinking alcohol like this. But it's set to release on Friday. There we go. See, I've been getting all my dates. So whenever it comes out, we will be... Oh, it got delayed by a day. Okay, thank you for that. So, yeah, I will be covering it whenever it's ready. So, but I will be doing a Let's Play of some kind tomorrow. If it's not that, it's not that. If it's another game, it'll be another game. Got plenty to be going through. So, firstly, just want to say a massive thank you to everyone for your patience as I have been gradually setting things up so I can get back into the swing of things. But yeah, my work life has just been so ridiculous. And what am I drinking? I am drinking. I'll bring it. I'm not a beer drinker, but this is a nice one. This is called Lost Lager, and it's by Brewdog. And I love the branding on this. So let's have a look here. Here we go. It's a Planet First Lager. I love this so much. I love that. I wanted a zoom in photo, and they actually do a more zoomed out version of it. There we go. I mean, there we go. I should have brought the can with me because the design is really, really good. It's a carbon negative. It's a carbon negative. Has it got the brew sheet here? This Planet First German style Pilsner. Oh wait, I'm zoomed in on this. Let me come out here. Ta-da! That's better. Is brewed using wind power and a third less water. The addition of Spalter Select and Safa hops combine vibrant citrus and herbal notes for an iconic lager taste that's both crisp and refreshing. But yeah, I love the branding for this. So yeah, there we go. Never heard of it. A lot of you never heard of it. Brewdog. All you Brits like it, yeah. So I'm not really a beer drinker. I've always been in the past a wine drinker, but I don't drink a wine a lot anymore. I think because I live by myself, if I'm going to be drinking wine, I'm going to have to get through quite a lot of a bottle. So I drink lots and I get hungover quite a lot from wine now. Oh God, it used to just be sleep, have a really heavy sleep and then feel fine in the morning. But that's what age does to you people. Gin and tonic is my drink. I speak about it quite a lot because it's a very refreshing drink and you can pace yourself with it. You know, you can put it with tonic water. I've always been a massive gin drinker. So yeah. There we go. And look, a lot of love here. A lot of love for the German Pilsner. Terminology that I really, really can't quite understand. Is it crisp and refreshing? Yeah. What does crisp actually mean? Can people tell me that? What does crisp actually mean? Is it like it's got a distinct flavour? Is that what crisp is? It's definitely refreshing. A nice cold beverage. What does crisp mean for a drink? A crisp beer will be dry, meaning it has very low residual sugars and its flavour won't linger in your mouth after you've taken a sip. Okay, interesting. It means thin and light. Thin and light, that's what it means. And yes, most importantly, do drink responsibly. Unlike me, who, I haven't eaten yet, but I just needed something to have at my desk. I mean, to be fair, I do have this nice drink of water. Yeah, here we go. Listen, welcome everyone. I hope that you've been having a good week. Other than the chaos at the weekend, I was very, very happy because I got to set something up in my living room. Many of you will know that I had this driving rig in my living room for the VR game Gran Turismo. It is really good fun because it makes you feel like you're in the driving seat as you're racing. But the issue was, I'm going to actually show some photos of some stuff I've cooked as well. Because why not? Why not? Let me send it all to my computer. I'm not a massive driving fan, but it definitely converted me. But when I had my living room renovated and the wall from the kitchen to the living room got knocked down, I had to basically find somewhere to put this driving rig because it's massive. It's a driving rig. And if I couldn't find anywhere to put it, I would have had to sell it. Now, some of you would have seen the photo of me when I finally got it tucked in the cupboard under the stairs, and it's me just like going, yeah. Well, I had a neighbour over who'd never really experienced it before, and I thought, this is great. So actually, this was the day. Let me start actually with the cooking bit, because this was the day on Saturday I decided to cook one of my favourite meals, and I shared it on social media. Some of you saw it. This is it. I mean, well, this isn't the meal. This is beforehand, and I posted it on my YouTube and my YouTube feed and X, asking, "What is it?" And a lot of you got it right. It is buffalo cauliflower wings. So what you do is you cut your florets, as it's called, of cauliflower. So you cut it out into nice little pieces. You then create it's a vegan dish. You create your vegan batter, and then you have a bowl of panko breadcrumbs, which are those really crispy breadcrumbs. You make them really, really fine. And so what you do is you dip the cauliflower florets into the batter, and then you toss it in the panko breadcrumbs, and then you put it on a tray so it looks like this. And this is after being in the oven for 20 minutes. So there you go. Cauliflower with vegan batter on it. Nice and crispy. Nice and crispy there. And then you... Shapeshifter says, that's disgusting. Trust me, if you tried it, you get back to me and you tell me if it's disgusting. This is amazing. You then put buffalo hot wing sauce on it and put it in for another 20 minutes. And this is how it turns out. Look at that. Nice and crispy. Honestly, it is so tasty. The first time I had it, funnily enough, this is actually linking up some of the conversations. I first had it at Brewdog. Brewdog did buffalo cauliflower wings. It does not taste like cauliflower. It has such an amazing texture. And it's really, really good. Someone was asking, am I vegan? I'm not vegan. I'm not even vegetarian, but I do eat predominantly vegan products just because I'm trying to cut down, and I will eventually get there. Can you sprinkle some ground beef on the top? Oh, you can if you want. I mean, I was trying to find some ranch dressing. Do you know what? Actually, let's show this this recipe, because it's by a great and some of you are probably wondering, what has this got to do with the VR driving rig under your stairs? We are going to get to this, because I invited my neighbour over, who I cooked this. Well, I cooked it for me, but I had lots, so I shared it with him. Bosch recipes. Let's have a look here. Here we go. This is how it is. So this is their recipe. Really, really good. But they also talk about making ranch sauce that's vegan. They actually did have a video for it. Let's have a look here. Oh, here we go. This is it. Look at this. It's so good. So what you do is actually the hot sauce, you don't put on it as it is. You actually melt it with butter first. And that's how you do it. So, nice. So yeah, there we go. This is all you do. Make your batter. Put the cauliflower in. And then, right, this is a mistake I made. This was a mistake I made. So what I do is I just use my hands. I wash them, don't worry. And I put my hands, which are really gloopy in the batter, in the panko breadcrumbs. And it's fine for the first half of it. But then because you're getting your gloopy hands in there so much, a lot of the panko breadcrumbs start congealing and forming clumps. So like the last fifth of it is a lot harder to attach to the cauliflower. I should be using tongs like this. Look at that. So you can sprinkle it on top, but you're not getting your hands goopy, and then you just toss it and it's only touching that top bit. See? And there you go. Put it in there. Dairy-free butter. And I think it's Frank's hot sauce is vegan. And there you go. It's so good, people. Honestly. And it's not too spicy. It's very flavoursome. And then look at this. This is really interesting. The how you make the ranch. I didn't do this. This is too much effort. So I used Nando's Peronaise, which obviously isn't vegan. But I should try this sometime. Look, parsley chives. Parsley chives, that's the kind of stuff I can't be bothered to go shopping just to get it for a bit of dressing with it. But, you know, it is the real deal. If I was cooking for people, then maybe. But that, honestly, tell me that doesn't look amazing. Yeah? It is really good, people. And porn music. Yeah, food porn music. Is the butter vegan? Yeah, you can use like plant-based butter. Yeah. But yeah. Wow, and a massive congrats. Thanks for being a member for 22 months, Kiro. Really, really appreciate it. Wet hand, dry hand. Yes, it's all the strategies, right? Yeah, everyone's saying it. Wet hand, dry hand. But even if you do it with your hands, you're still getting the gloop in there. Whereas if you do it with just the tongs, it's fine. Was it as mess-free as this video made it? I find when having batter anything, it goes everywhere. My surface was actually pretty clear. It's a bit messy in some places, but yeah. Never double dip with batter and panko. A lesson learned only once. There we go. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Honestly, it tastes really good. And I had some leftover chicken that I used the rest of the panko on. And the cauliflower tastes better than the chicken. It's just so much cleaner. So yeah, I really recommend it. Honestly, if anyone wants to try it, I mean, I'll put the recipe in the description or in the comments now. Here we go. So here we go. I've just put it in the chat there. And for anyone that's watching on replay, it's bosch.tv. If you just search Bosch TV, cauliflower buffalo wings, you'll find the recipe. It's super, super good. So yeah. But there are 18 ingredients. That's a lot. That's a lot. Okay, so now moving on. So my neighbour comes over. I give him some, and he really, really likes it. And when I say give him some, I mean I give him some of the buffalo cauliflower. And then I let him try the VR stuff. And this is where you can see how it looks in my setup.
This is addictive, mate. I could probably do this for hours.
Look at this.
There's very few things that can sustain my attention for a long time. But I reckon I would just be on this all the time. I think you might have just sold the PS5, mate.
And he was in a Formula One racing car.
This is the best VR thing I've ever seen. Isn't it good? I want to see. Oh, yeah.
My good neighbour, Matt.
Well, I'm on this straight, having a look around.
It's so amazing.
Yay!
And I've actually, in the like half an hour I might get... Oh, and the Fear Factory poster. So that Fear Factory poster was... Excellent. So that Fear Factory poster was when I first saw Fear Factory. I quit my job in France to come and see them live because they just reunited, and that was when I first met Burton C. Bell, the singer, who I then obviously befriended and that. So yeah, and I needed a poster to go up in there, but it's a bit weird choosing posters to go in there because the only posters the posters in that cupboard you're not really going to see because the only time you're going to go in there is to wear the headset. But it's a really good setup, and it works really, really well under there. So I was very, very happy about that. And this ties up actually to what we're going to be talking about today, movies, because I love it when you get these segues, completely unintentional. But I actually went round, again, he's a neighbour, Matt's house, when last year, was it last year? The movie Prey came out. And for those that don't know, it was a new Predator movie. Which I will load up here. And it got really good reviews. The problem was, it got really good reviews. It's not letting me click any of this. There we go. Awesome stuff. It's meant to be really, really good. The problem was I had some beers round his house, and you should never get drink. You should never get drink. You can tell how exhausted I am. If there was ever a time that you want to talk about not getting drunk, you're not going to say you shouldn't get drink. You shouldn't get drink because then you get drunk. You shouldn't get drunk while watching a movie. I've had a few bad experiences in my life. Sin City, I watched once and I was drunk watching it and I couldn't remember it and I didn't enjoy it. Happened with Prey. Prey was amazing halfway through and then I can't remember the second half of it. It was all a blur. Especially when you're drinking sat down. It's harder to know. But everyone says Prey was awesome. It's meant to be a really, really good movie. So, I have seen some pretty good movies this year. And I'm really excited for some movies that are about to come out. And so for this week, I was like, I wanted to do a more light-hearted topic. And I thought we should just talk about movies, but in particular, movies in 2024. And Nick says, yeah, I don't like drinking while watching a movie because I always have to pee, especially when you get those massive soft drinks. There's nothing worse. There was, I believe there was a website set up years ago, literally a decade or two ago, that told you when... No, it wasn't. It was an idea I had. I did a video on YouTube and it was called the Restroom Archive. And the idea was people should leave timestamps of when in a movie. Is it still online? It's not. So yeah, I made a video saying that if you've been to a movie and there's a moment which is the best time to go to the toilet, leave the time below, because there's nothing worse needing to go to the toilet and going, when can I go? Whereas if you know, like, oh, during this moment, this is the best moment to go, that would be really, really helpful. Because yeah, nothing worse than diving out of it. So I'm just going to go through a few movies, or 4 movies in particular I want to talk about this year. I would love to show the trailers, but obviously it would cause a copyright strike. I've spoken about them on my socials, and I was asking people to talk about their movies, but I'm going to open it up to all of you. So I'm going to basically give you 2 movies I've seen already this year that I really enjoyed, and 2 movies I'm excited to see, okay? So firstly, this year, and we spoke about this on a previous show, Civil War with Kirsten Dunst. Alex Garland directed it and wrote it. I actually watched it a second time a week or 2 ago with my parents. It was on Amazon. I saw it first in the movie theatre. I love this movie so much. It had mixed reviews, and a big part of it is a Rorschach test, I feel, for the audience. There are a lot of people that were expecting it to be a war film in the sense of like a constant battle and knowing like why They're at Civil War. Okay. They're telling me that Rumpy is the name of the site where you can find out. That's really good to know. But yeah, a lot of people are annoyed that Civil War doesn't tell you why they're at war. But that's not the point of the film. It's about war journalism. And I don't know, I got a bit depressed by the lack of nuance from people that were just slamming it. So, for example, they were going, oh, this is saying why journalists are good when, why journalists are the heroes when we all know journalists are scum. And what they're talking about is like corporate media and bullshit, like journalists like that. War journalists, people that take photos, are amazing. And what I love in this movie is while stuff is kicking off, you're seeing the photos they're taking, but then obviously you're seeing what leads up to that photo and what happens literally the second after, or the split second after that photo is taken. When we see these horrific photos coming from war, it's easy for us to kind of look away afterwards. But in this case, it's basically saying like, this is the cost of being a war journalist. And I knew going into this movie, from what I'd read, it has an incredibly tense final act. And even though I knew it, oh my God, the final act is so tense. It was amazing on the big screen with the sounds. See, some people, yeah, there we go. App UK didn't like it, which is fair enough. Massive disappointment. Loved Ex Machina though, same director. Yeah, Ex Machina is amazing. But I've seen Civil War twice. I think it's a really good warning about people that feel that like Civil War is this heroic thing that will just make everything work out. It talks about the complexities of it and also the cost with things. Hey, Alex. Alex, I have the pleasure of working with at the moment. So good to see you here, dude. And also he did Annihilation on Netflix, which I haven't seen, but I've heard mixed things. I've heard most people say it's a great movie. Some people said it's amazing. Some people are like, yeah, it's pretty good. Not as good as Ex Machina, but yeah, Civil War. Civil War definitely goes onto that. You've really sold it. Well, one of the things I loved in the movie theatre was the gunfire was piercing. Like every gunshot felt consequential. And I think, I'm probably going to use the wrong terminology here, but they basically said that they were using, I think, full blank rounds as opposed to half that is normally used. But yeah, so Civil War is one film this year. A lot of people talk about Dune, or Dune, as you'd say in the States. Dune 2. I loved it, but I definitely enjoyed these movies more. Worst film of the year was Madam Web. Was Madam Web this year? Oh my goodness. Right, second movie. I saw this last week, 2 Mondays ago. Longlegs. I didn't love this movie, but I really, really liked it. And that sounds like, well, why would you say that? Like, if you really, really liked it. All I'm saying is, like, I'm really glad I saw it. It was a good time, but it definitely was a movie that made you have to think about it a lot afterwards. So, yeah, Longlegs. It's currently out in the theatre. It is less scary and more creepy. Nicolas Cage plays Longlegs. The marketing for this independent movie has been absolutely phenomenal. And it was a really, really good time. So, yeah, Civil War and Longlegs. They have some incredible marketing stuff in it. Yeah, really, really, really cool. Someone was asking me, have I seen Oppenheimer? That was last year's, wasn't it? Did Oppenheimer come out this year? It was last year. When did that come out? I haven't seen it. Sorry, that was the question. Oppenheimer came out. It was last year, yeah. No, I missed it. And I missed Barbie as well, so the Barbenheimer. Yeah, I missed both of them. I had the chance to watch Oppenheimer on the flight to America, and I thought, this is not how you're supposed to watch the film. But if I had like an Oculus Quest 3 at the time, or an Apple Vision Pro, you could see it on like a massive screen in your VR headset, which would be great. Okay, so those are 2 movies I've seen this year so far. Now, before I move into the ones I'm looking forward to, let's open it to the chat. What have been some of your favourite films of this year so far, people? Just like list them. Like what has been the best film. I really wanted to see A Quiet Place day one. It's meant to be good. It's meant to be a solid movie. But yeah. Yeah, I really want to see the Barbie movie for sure. But yeah, movies that have come out so far this year. Oh, here we go. Dream Scenario, but that's a recent Nick Cage film. Wait, was Godzilla -1? Was that this year? Because I was really keen to see that. Let's load this up. Godzilla -1. Let's have a look here. Oh no, that was November. Oh, in Japan it was in November. When did it come out? Oh no, no, it came out at the end of last year. Came out. I'm disqualifying that. Furiosa was one. I really wanted to see Furiosa, and I'm assuming it's not in the theatre anymore. I hear it's really, really solid. And yeah, great theatre experiences. Yeah, Dune 2 on the big screen was remarkable. I kind of feel like I preferred the first one to the second. The Dune movies are examples of cinema where I'm like, what I just watched was an amazing movie, but it didn't. I have no like feeling to go and check it out again. So yeah, Furiosa from the Mad Max. Oh, sorry, I'm looking on the wrong one. I was meant to go here. Furiosa, there we go. Rotten Tomatoes, a Mad Max saga. Yeah. Good reviews. George Miller, the director, he did Babe, the talking pig, right? He is like, I can't believe this. What a diverse director. Do you remember Babe? I used to love this as a kid. I would have been 8 years old when this came out. You just wouldn't think it. I mean, that's the sign of a good director, right? The Mad Max director did Babe. Incredible. Right, I'm looking at your other suggestions. Inside Out 2. I've not seen Inside Out, either of them. But I've heard good things. I do remember now seeing, it was when I did compassion-focused therapy, or a compassion-focused therapy workshop with Professor Paul Gilbert. He showed a clip from Inside Out, because isn't it about like the people in the brain, right? And it was about like how the triggering responses take place and that, which looked really, really clever. So yeah. Love Lies Bleeding. Love Lies Bleeding. Are these everyone's favourite movies from this year? I don't know anything about this film. Okay. So what's this about? This is gym manager Lou falls for Jackie, a bodybuilder who is passing through town en route to a competition in Las Vegas. All right. So what genre is it? It's Kirsten Stewart's in it. Okay. And Dave Franco and Anna Baryshnikov. The wrong Godzilla. There was another Godzilla that came out. Okay. Sorry, my bad. Monarch is meant to be good, yeah, in terms of the TV shows. I only make it to the theatre to see Disney Pixar movies these days. It's what my wife wants to see. I haven't actually been to the theatre to see a Disney movie in forever. I still haven't seen Frozen. I think the last Disney movie I went to the theatre to see was Toy Story 3, because I was at VidCon in the US and we decided to see it. It was a good time. It was a good sign. Let's have a look here. Hey, Yulia. Thanks for joining. Love all the waving hands. All the waving hands is very, very, very good. Godzilla Kong, the new Empire is the 2024 film, not the Japanese one, which is good too. So I've not seen the Godzilla Kong ones. Check out Late Night with the Devil. Is that out now? I thought it had been out for a while. Yeah, it's the 2023 one, isn't it? Yeah, can we stop? We're talking about this year. But yeah, I've heard good things about this. You should definitely watch both Inside Outs. Okay, I'll keep that noted. Let's have a look here. Awesome. All right, people. So what? Everyone's favourite movies this year. Everyone type it right now. What is the best movie you've seen in the theatre this year? Or on demand. But it's got to be a movie that's come out this year. Everyone just type it. Type it now. For me, my favourite movie this year has been... I think it's Civil War. And I know it's a controversial take. It just really spoke to me. I love movies about the human condition, and I was genuinely rattled. I watched it at 11 o'clock in the morning, and I was still thinking about it at 11 o'clock at night. We got Dune, Roadhouse, and The Fall Guy. Oh, Roadhouse. That's the Jake Gyllenhaal one, right? Yeah, so I don't actually know anything about this. It's an ex-UFC fighter. Okay. Jake Gyllenhaal I love. And I think I've got a real affection for him because he was in my all-time favourite movie, Donnie Darko. I always fall asleep on the couch when I try and watch a movie. I haven't been to a theatre in years. Oh my goodness. Well, the movie theatre near me, Showcase Cinema... they have these ridiculous chairs that recline, but on the front row they have what looks like beds. Look at this. But the thing is, what I don't understand is you can't book these ones on the front. You can't book these ones, so I assume you're meant to go down there. I could never do that. Oh no. I could... Go away. Yeah, I could never watch a movie on this. You'd fall asleep. What's this about? What do you think, people? I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it at all. Yeah, I just couldn't. I couldn't watch a movie on that. Because I'd want to take a duvet cover, a comforter, or a sleeping bag. Beds in cinema seem like a really not safe for work public type stupid idea. That's amazing. Yeah. So there we go. Oh my God, I love all this breaking news stuff. What is all this rubbish? Absolute rubbish. All right, people. Let's now look ahead to movies that are coming out this year. So I've chosen 2 movies I'm really looking forward to coming out this year. And I just want to say... Actually, I'm not going to say it because it'll probably bring it on more. But someone was just mentioning TV shows. Baby Reindeer, Shogun, and The Bear. I didn't know about The Bear. Obviously, Baby Reindeer I loved. And obviously, it influenced the story I told a few weeks ago on this channel. Do you want me to tell you something really wild? For those that haven't seen it, it was episode 150 of the Myles Dyer Live. I tell a very personal story from my life. It was part inspired by the series Baby Reindeer because it brought back a lot of memories I had, and the courage for that person to tell their story in that way made me realise I need to tell my story. And the amount of messages I've had from people since sharing their experiences has been mind-blowing. And this is only going to make sense for people that have... seen Baby Reindeer, but I got contacted by someone I knew, and in the middle episode of Baby Reindeer there is an example of abuse that takes place, and this person that contacted me basically had mentioned like being caught up in that, which just totally blew my mind. I thought, wow, talk about full circle, right? And it just goes to show when you tell stories, it's amazing what the world then reveals. So that was pretty mind-blowing. But talking about movies, 2 movies I'm looking forward to seeing. One is Deadpool Wolverine, which comes out. Well, it's actually, there's going to be a screening in under 3 hours here. I would actually go and see it tonight, but I've got to host PSVR without parole because the schedule's changed, which I'm a bit annoyed about. And to be honest, I would probably be on one of those beds and falling asleep on it. So yeah, I will not be seeing it tonight, but I am probably going to go alone tomorrow. Just because the reviews that have come out already suggest, if you're into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, this is going to have like the mind-blowingness of like Spider-Man No Way Home. So yeah. Well, we're not going to talk about plot points or spoilers. No spoilers in the chat about anything, please. So yeah. But yeah, someone was asking about, didn't Wolverine have his fate in a previous movie? He did. I'm sure they're going to work it around with the multiverse stuff. Who knows? But yeah, I'm probably going to go tomorrow night for a 10 p.m. screening. So Deadpool Wolverine. I'm not the biggest Marvel Cinematic Universe fan, but like I like these special events, and I like that this year there's only one MCU movie. It just gets too much. There was just too much to watch. It all became homework. But the movie I think I'm most hyped for this year is Alien Romulus. And funnily enough, the girl in this shot is the young journalist in Civil War. So she's having a good year in my books. Alien Romulus, it is by a director who worked on a Evil Dead remake, and I can't remember a few of his other movies. It seems like they're going back to form. I love the Alien movies. I love Geiger's design. I love the work of Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott is producing it. It's just so otherworldly. Obviously, it's Alien. But the fear factor, it looks like it's going to be a really, really good horror movie. So I am super, super excited for it. Any good comedies this year? Well, we're going to go through a list actually in a minute and have a look. But yeah, Alien Romulus, I'm super hyped for. I can't believe the last Alien movie was Alien Covenant. And when did that come out? Because I actually went to the 2017. I think I've shown some of this before. Let's have a look here. I got invited to the world premiere in London for Alien Covenant. It was a green carpet and it was amazing. Here we go. This was us on the green carpet. Look at us. Don't we all look happy? And you can see in the background Hugh, guitarist in my band, or my ex-band. Yeah, we were all really, really happy and having a good time there. It was really cool. It was really cool seeing it. But I want to make sure I can find the clips because there was an event that YouTube held. That was a face hugger I was holding. They even had like face hugger candy. But they had a really cool event. And during that event, how have I not got... let's have a look here. Because this was my movie review of it, Alien Covenant. Yeah, it was from 2017. They actually allowed me to go to the YouTube space and where the actual space... Oh, here we go. I found it. These are all really small clips, right? Check this out. So they had the eggs. That freaked me out. I did not like that. Looking in it was terrifying. Even though you know it's not real, you think a face hugger is going to come out and grab you. And then they had the spacesuits from the movie, and I got to.
Well, are you guys all kind of...
It's just because of the light.
I realised it cut out the sound. I was saying they let me wear the spacesuits from Alien Covenant. How cool is that? It was so cool. And those eggs, even though you knew they weren't real, were still absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, if that called it, no problem.
I miss those YouTube days. So yeah, Alien Romulus I'm really looking forward to. But let's have a look at what movies are coming out later this year. What are people looking forward to? Because here, some of these have come out already. Let's have a look here. There we go. Let's have a look here. Maxine. Has anyone seen any of these Maxine movies? I've not seen any of them. I've not seen any of these Maxine movies. I hear they're really good, though. They're horror movies, right? Maxine? So Maxine's already come out. But yeah. Miles, I want to watch the new Twisters. It seems good with an actor from Top Gun 2 and a good country soundtrack. I remember Twister as a kid. I would love to see it. Would love to see it. There is no longer a YouTube space in London. It's shut down. So we got Longlegs. We got Deadpool Wolverine coming out. Okay, Trap. Trap looks good. Do you know about Trap? Josh Hartnett. Like, he's not been around for a long time. This is an M. Night Shyamalan movie. Has a really good trailer, which feels like it gives away. It feels like it gives away what the twist is, but there must be more to it. The cinematography looks amazing. I'm not going to tell you what the premise is. I would say check out the trailer. But yeah. Oh my goodness, Borderlands movie, is that out? Oh my goodness, it's been supposedly it's absolutely like terrible. Yeah, supposedly it just looks absolute trash. Wow, Jack Black's in it. Didn't know that. Oh, is Jack Black doing Claptrap? Yeah, of course he is. Course he is. I mean, it's not even like... Wow, I've not even seen the trailer for this. So it's not even cel-shaded or anything. Interesting. That's a real disappointment. Jackpot. Okay. Alien Romulus. The Crow. Oh yeah, there's the new Crow, and it's with Bill Skarsgård. God, Bill Skarsgård is absolutely smashing at the moment. Movie from a previous year. It was Barbarian. Barbarian. If you get a chance to see Barbarian, it is amazing. We got Blink Twice. Oh yeah, I saw the trailer for Blink Twice. It's about people going to an island. When tech billionaire Slater King meets cocktail waitress Frida at his fundraising gala, he invites her to join him and his friends on a dream vacation on his private island. As strange things start to happen, Frida questions her reality. There was that movie about the food movie about the food tasting. What was it called? And I swear it was a thriller. Was it just called The Taste of Things? No, The Menu. The Menu. I never saw this. It looks interesting. I don't know anything about it. My assumption is this movie is about, like, they end up having to eat each other. A young couple travels to a remote island to eat an exclusive restaurant where the chef has prepared a lavish menu with some shocking surprises. I assume the surprises are that he's going to be cooking the people that visit. No spoilers in the chat. Oh, it's shite, someone says. That's a shame. All right. Afraid? Not heard of that. Oh, yeah, the new Beetlejuice movie. Beetlejuice. That's coming out. And it is done by Tim Burton. Okay, interesting. Speak No Evil. Oh yeah, that's with James McAvoy. It's going to be pretty good. The Substance. Don't know about that. Wolves. Megalopolis. What? Tell me, chat, what are you most looking forward to this year? Joker. Have we actually got a date for that? We do, October 4th. Joker, man. Like, the first Joker, I actually really enjoyed. I'm not sure how I feel about this movie, just because the trailer feels like it's doing a lot of misdirection. It's meant to be a musical. Yeah, I'm really, really curious. The menu was good, kind of skewers fancy food culture. That's what I've heard as well. So I might like that. Hellboy. There's a new Hellboy movie coming out. I've never seen the first one. Terrifier 3. Art the Clown. Is Terrifier the like really gory movies, like indie movies? Yeah, Terrifier. So there's a third one. Wow. Interesting. Okay. These are seeming to become a cult classic. Transformers 1. The untold origin story of Optimus Prime and Megatron. Oh my goodness, they're going back. Oh yeah, Smile 2. Smile 2. I actually quite enjoyed Smile, the first one. But I have to admit, I'm not sold on this sequel. But if it starts getting good reviews, then I will go check it out in the theatre. I enjoyed the first one. I was not entirely pleased with how it ended. But yeah. And yeah, Terrifier is meant to be extremely gory. Oh wow, the new Venom movie is out this year. So another new Venom movie. I've found them pretty mediocre. Paddington in Peru. So there's new. I've never seen any of the Paddington movies. I hear they're very good. I know. I'm British and I've never seen Paddington. And I love actually in the trailer. You've got this like shot of Paddington Station, which is where I used to commute through to London all the time. Like seeing this here, it's always interesting seeing like a place of work in a movie. Heretic, Red One, Here from the reunited director, writer, and stars of Forrest Gump. Here is an original film about multiple families and a special place they inhabit. The story travels through. I didn't know. So when people talked about the trailer for Here, it looked kind of interesting. And then people were joking about, oh, is this a new Forrest Gump? But it is actually the writer and stars of Forrest Gump. Here is the original film about multiple families with a special place they inhabit. The story travels through generations, capturing the human experience in its purest. Interesting. Okay, that's really interesting. Gladiator 2. I have to say, I wasn't sold on the trailer. Gladiator is one of the greatest movies of all time. And this is being done by Ridley Scott. So again, this is one that I'm going to wait and hear what the reviews are. If the reviews are good, then I'll go see it. But I wasn't sold on the trailer. We got Blitz. Wow, there's a Wicked movie coming out. I always wanted to go and see the stage play. But Wicked is actually coming out as a film. Interesting. Mona 2. Kraven the Hunter. I didn't realise Russell Crowe was in it. Oh, yeah. Sony have been pretty problematic with their movies. Mufasa, The Lion King. Oh, my goodness. Origins movie. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Okay. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I will be pretty hyped for that. New Wallace and Gromit movie. Yeah, I will probably be going to see this. I love Wallace and Gromit. Love Wallace and Gromit. And then we've got Havoc. After a drug deal gone wrong. So, yeah. What's everyone looking forward to, movie-wise, this year? Or what is the next movie you're going to go to the theatre to see? For me, it's going to be Deadpool tomorrow night. And then the next one on my agenda is Alien, Romulus. Yeah, I've always wanted to see the stage show. It looks remarkable. Yeah, Trap does look good. Trap does look good. There's a lot of M. Night movies. I did watch his movie. Was it Cabin? What was it called? Knock at the Cabin. Knock at the Cabin. Which was this one. I am going to say something that's borderline spoilery. So I'm going to put my hand up. And then when I put it down, it means I'm not talking about a spoiler anymore about this movie. I'm not going to talk about a major plot point, but I'm just going to mention something that happens in the movie, which might not be a spoiler out of context, but if you want to know absolutely nothing about it, I'm going to put my hand down when I finish with the spoiler. So I was watching this film on my flight to Alabama last year, and there is a scene in the film where there are news reports of aircraft around the world, like commercial airliners, just falling out of the sky, passenger airliners falling out of the sky. So on my screen is like what looks like real news reports of aircraft just falling out the sky, and I just laughed so hard during it because I was like, I was just like, thinking if anyone's looking over my shoulder at this report, they're going to be freaking out about it. So, anyway, I've gone through it there. But I laughed so hard. I thought that I can't believe they're even showing that on the flight. Really, really, really funny. I quite like Knock at the Cabin, but someone said quite rightly that M. Night is hit or mega miss. I think the mega misses is the price we pay for someone that's always bold to try stuff new. Do you know what I mean? When he does it right, it does it. Parasite is a movie that I've been dying to see. So, yeah, I definitely need to check it out. But, yeah. All right, people. So people are saying Deadpool, Twisters, and the new Karate Kid. Okay. Volume's down, although if Myles is just talking trash about us right now. Okay. I see what you're saying. I should have had spoiler on the palm of my hand. I wasn't ready. I wasn't prepared. Leave the World Behind. There was another film I saw that was advertised, which was Halle Berry horror that's called Never Let Go. Is that coming out this year? It is coming out this year. Okay. Interesting trailer, Never Let Go, where they have to be tied to rope when they go out there because there are horrible things. It's like post-apocalypse, which feels like a lot of movies we've seen lately, but kind of cool. So yeah, I definitely am into my horrors and thrillers more than anything else. I like being kept tense. But yeah. All right, people. I can't believe that's the top of the hour. That is it for this week. And again, just like I'm sort of running on empty at the moment. So I do have a lot of plans for future episodes, and I'm going to start putting them into place. But it's just been a bit of a transformative month or two with my new job. So I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone for tuning in. Do let me know in the comments section below afterwards what movies you've seen this year that you'd recommend, as in movies that have come out this year. And then also what movies you're looking forward to for the rest of the year. But yeah, I just wanted it to be a chill one talking about movies. Next week is going to be the end of the month, which means it's an open Q&A. But Vitamin G, someone is saying, which is absolutely right. Before we end, we always have a moment to talk about what we are grateful for. So, Vitamin G, for those that don't know, it's just a moment to ponder, think about a person, a thing, an experience that you've had that you're grateful for. Something that you're grateful for. And no clue, Myles. Go play RE7. What? I'm so lost. So yeah, you don't have to share it in the chat. Just thinking about it for yourself can be really, really powerful. But I always like to give the opportunity for people to reflect. So yeah, I'm going to read a few now, and then we'll wrap it up with the end credits. Kira Cat Lady says, I've been talking to someone who makes DIY notebooks. Think whimsical with handmade paper. I asked about progress with the online shop, and I get first pick when she opens it for being nice. That's awesome. That's super cool. I love notebooks. It's something I normally shop for when I go on vacation, is get a new notebook, but I have now got a surplus of them, so I've definitely had to slow down. Callie says, Vitamin G was a good film. Oh no, it hasn't been made yet, but you can write it, Myles. Oh, as in there was a movie called Vitamin G. You're saying there should be a movie called Vitamin G and I should write it. I understand. Kira says, spent the entire last week and weekends doing summer classes, and it rejuvenated me like a good school era nostalgia, refueling my motivation that's been a little low lately. Well, I'm really, really glad to hear it, and congrats again on the 22 months of being a member. Thank you for that support. Mojo says, my Vitamin G is for days off, to just be lazy and be away from the usual routine for a while and binge some shows. Mason, I think this is a Vitamin G. My favourite YouTuber apart from you. I love that you said that. Really appreciate it. Finally posted his video on all of biology. Nice. Vitamin G from Shapeshifter R. My income is finally at respectable standards again. Hooray! Respectable standards for the win. Callie says, my Vitamin G for this week, my niece, my union rep and mentor, helpful for ongoing work strife. That's wonderful. Do keep sharing them, people. I will pop them up on the screen during the credits. But I just want to say a massive thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I've been Myles Dyer. This has been Myles Dyer Live. And this wonderful community that's in the live chat, they can be found every single day on our Discord. So check out Empathy Arcade. Link is in the description, or you can use that QR code. And my Let's Plays are going to be returning very, very soon. So thank you for your patience. Really, really appreciate it. And I think doing just one this week is going to be good because I feel very, very rusty and I need to get things set up again. And it's also about not overdoing it. So once I get into the flow, it'll be good to be doing it again. And as Mojo says, smash that like button, or like that smash button. Ciago says, Vitamin G for NHS, done a couple of those, but Mrs. underwent some pretty serious surgery recently, which was successful. It means we can get back to a somewhat normal life again. That's really, really good to hear. All the love there. So, Ciago says, I always forget about Discord. Don't. I'm social media dumb. Yeah, please go over there. Like, I try and comment when I can. I know I'm not there all the time, but the community is really good there, and we have loads of different feeds from movies. There's a movie feed. Go in there afterwards and give your best recommendations. That would be great. Salvador says, Vitamin G, Dad finally back home from the hospital. Vitamin G for health and well-being is always a top one, and so much, much love for that. I'm signing off, people. If you are watching live, stay tuned, because in 50 minutes I'm going to be co-hosting PSVR without parole, but for now I need to dash out and get some dinner and get ready for the next live show. Much love, everyone. You're amazing, and I really, really appreciate you for bearing with me during this very, very testing time for me, but I'm getting there. All right? Love, respect, empathy, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone. Where's the button?
On the road, I was chasing sunsets all alone. The darkness faded, painting goodbye big sky. Far away but dreaming of your ocean eyes. sunsets, all alone. The darkness faded, painting goodbye, big sky. Far away, but dreaming of your ocean eyes.
All right, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in. I do mean it from the bottom of my heart. I've been annoyed that I just haven't had the time to basically prepare my live shows and obviously my PSVR stuff as much as I've wanted to, but I've literally just had no free time lately. Just been working, sleeping, and eating when I can. So yeah, I will get there in the end. But for now, thanks for bearing with me, and better days lay ahead. And I hope that you go and see a good movie in the next week, even if it's not at the theatre. Rent one, see one online, Netflix, all that sort of stuff. It is nice. The thing I love most about going to the movie theatre is it's one of the few times where you're like, I'm going to put the phone away and be present, which sounds pretty remarkable when you're talking about just watching a film, but you do put it away. The amount of times that you watch stuff at home and you have your phone out and you're using multiple screens, it's not good. Sometimes you just should be present and just focus on what is happening on the screen, and I definitely need to do more of that for sure. So yeah, anyway, take care of yourselves. Gonna grab some food, probably some cereal, and I will catch you next time. Bye bye.